product placement.
And know that in time you will find your salvation.
Wrong, and he just totally snapped. Really? So what'd you
Yagami, are you still with us? Can you please translate the following sentence into English?
This teacher notices and picks on the one student in the entire classroom not chit-chatting, reading a magazine, or clearly playing on a handheld console. What a douche.
Wait, on the off chance someone really dies, would that make me a murderer?
Yes, just like pulling a trigger on a gun, it still makes the user a killer.
The same assailant who attacked 6 people at a busy shopping district in Shinjuku yesterday has struck again, taking 8 people hostage at this daycare center.
Random bad guy who deserves to die, ex machina.
The suspect has been found dead inside! I repeat, the suspect is now dead!
Dead?
The special forces are denying allegations that they shot the suspect.
Do the police really have to strongly deny this? I mean, you'd have heard gunshots and there were none.
Wanna come?
Yeah, of course!
Oh, there's no way I'm missing that.
Damn it! Why is my mom so useless? She's never here to pick me up on time!
I have a sneaky suspicion as to why this kid's getting bullied.
Let's go, boys! Strip her down right here. Are you sure?
No! Stop! Please! Help me!
These cunts are literally physically attacking and talking about sexually assaulting a girl right in the middle of the street in front of a convenience store.
You've taken quite a liking to it. No reason to act surprised.
Well, there is, because you're a giant monster looking thing in a human world where things that look like you only exist in fairy tale books and Hollywood.
Well, I'm not surprised. In fact, Ryuk, I've been waiting for you. Oh?
It's a bit late to be pulling that one, dude, especially after having fallen off of your desk chair and screamed.
In other words, the notebook is now yours. This is mine? If you don't want it, just give it to someone else.
It's like I'm watching a creepy anime version of 24.
What is it?
I thought you'd like some apples. The neighbors brought them over for us. Why on earth is it so dark in your room? You'll ruin your eyesight.
What's going on?
Well, that's a weird myth. Plus, he's saving on your electric bill.
That's why I wrote the instructions in English, the most popular language in the human world.
Sorry, dude, but Chinese would have come first, followed by Spanish. But if he's talking purely about a random drop to Earth and the likelihood of it dropping in an English-speaking country, he's probably about right. But then 71% of the world's surface is water, so who the f*** knows?
At long last, his dream had finally
Seriously?
come true.
So what happened with your dad after that?
All right then, Yagami. Please recite this line for us.
This teacher once again is a knobhead and asks the one guy with his head down to stand up and do some work.
Hey, what's up, Light? We were just gonna head down
Sorry, I'm a little busy today. You don't have anything to do. Aren't you just gonna go home and hang out in your room as usual?
If you have to ask this, then you can't say you don't have anything to do, can you?
Huh? Weird. Hey, Light, what's going on? Why is your door locked?
Masturbation.
We're treating this as an elaborate murder plot that's been carried out by a large organization.
If it is a large organization, I'm sure I'm not alone in suspecting the FBI or CIA.
I dare you to say that again!
That's Americanist.
If that's the case, it looks as if we'll have no choice but to bring in L.
Every single person in the room knows who L is to the point that they all stop talking.
Chief, what's this L they're talking about?
Alright, fair play.
Gentlemen, L has already begun his investigation into these incidents.
In this well-lit room, this man appears as though he stood in the dark alleyway at night.
L would now like to address the delegates.
Opening up this laptop lid automatically links it to any large screen nearby. Handy for when you want to look professional.
This case cannot be solved without the full cooperation of the ICPO.
This guy just had to be fancy and have his water in a wine glass.
And require additional cooperation from Japan's National Police Agency.
What? Why Japan in particular?
Because it's happening in your country, dude. You know I'm not going to be demanding to work with the El Salvadorian police to solve this, am I? I'm removing a sin here for this awesome scene that really shows off how clever not only Light is, but the anime itself in general.
It all comes down to a choice. Would I prefer to be executed or deal with a little house fire?
Well, that little fire would quickly turn into a big fire since it's inside a desk.
Criminals around the world are being murdered by a serial killer. I consider this crime to be the most atrocious act of murder in history.
Yeah, the Holocaust pales in comparison. Removing a sin for this tremendous end to the second episode. It once again proves just how clever this anime is, and is just genuinely exciting to watch.
However, nobody could provide any information that wasn't already publicly available. And lastly, this week there were an additional 21 people who called in claiming to be Kira.
Did he touch his leg under the table or something?
Yes, sir.
What is it, Matsuda?
Well, I'm not saying this to support Kira or to condone the murders, but in the last few days throughout the world, but especially here in Japan, we've observed a dramatic decrease in the number of violent crimes committed.
Everyone seems disappointed that serious crime has dropped. Files popping up sound effect helps us to know that files are popping up.
Inmate 148, what's wrong? Snap out of it!
Saying snap out of it to a clearly still and dead prisoner. No other prisoners were concerned when he was showing off his orgasm face and ripping his shirt open, but as soon as his head drops down, they look.
He can grant that human the eyes of a Shinigami.
Slight exhale and inhale cliche.
By some human before he could get to it.
No way! Then he'd be stuck there till the end of that human's life or until the Death Note was destroyed.
Now we know who stole Mr. T's jewelry. Cop assumes that just because the light in the room has been turned off that he has ceased all activity for the night, but more so that he's even still in there.
What is it, Watari?
Picture appearing sound effects helps us the viewer to know that pictures are appearing. Walking downstairs with your eyes closed.
A date? Yeah. It's a date no matter how you look at it. And I'm sure even my stalker will see it that way.
But this isn't just a date, is it?
Okay, this is just getting weird now. Open your fucking eyes, dude!
Sorry, did I keep you waiting?
No, not at all. Anyway, I haven't been to Spaceland since junior high. I'm so excited.
Considering how close those stairs are, I'm amazed that A, it took him so long to reach her, and B, that she never heard Light talking to himself.
And don't make me wait! If you mess with me at all, or try to get the police involved, I swear I'll kill every one of these passengers!
Must be one of those new bus phones made of Oreos.
Plans for a date, huh? Stupid kid!
Yeah, Light, you fucking moron. No one goes on dates anymore. It's all about the heroin now.
It's not the bus! Let me off!
During this time of the cop running forward and the man begging for the bus to stop and then jumping off and getting hit by the car, the cop somehow never catches up to him. Perhaps Japanese buses are a lot longer than we think.
That's enough. Look, darling, you and I know you used to be one of the best agents in the FBI, but now you're my fiancé, Naomi. We talked about this. You're not an agent anymore, so just leave it alone.
That's fiancéist.
Do you see the man working over there at the coffee shop? That's right, the one sweeping the floor. I'm gonna kill him just for you.
But how? Don't do it.
He was doing a shit job anyway. Removing a sin here for how excellently clever this scene was, and when I saw this for the first time I was so impressed by the attention to detail and just how expertly it was played out.
He's dead. Ray's dead. No, he was murdered by Kira.
One-sided emotional eye leaking.
I think it's honorable of you, Dad. I'm proud to be able to call you my father.
Best save that praise until he's actually done something praiseworthy. This dude looks like an undercover criminal due to the fact that he has no eyebrows.
Nations agree to send 1,500 investigators to Japan. For Kira, this will be way beyond what he faced with the FBI. He'll see everyone as a potential threat. Psychologically, he'll start to feel cornered, and that will cause him to take some kind of drastic action.
That's interesting. So he'll think there are 1,500 when there are really only 7 of us.
Wow, you're quick to catch on, aren't you?
Hey, yeah, that's right.
I like the sound of that. We can do this!
Alright then, let's do this, Ryazaki.
One person talks exactly after the next cliche. Ah yes, the MPA-MPSC.
And I believe they enable him to somehow control his victims before they die.
So do I. It's odd that you say that because that's exactly what I've been thinking.
Are they stood in the middle of the road right now?
Oh, it's nothing. But the more I think about it, the more your theory makes sense to me.
It's just occurred to me that I've never seen a car actually driving in this or the last episode, and they've been walking along a road for like 15 minutes.
But after speaking with you one-on-one, I don't feel the need. Excuse me?
Hypocrite!
My experiments indicate that in a situation like this, I should be able to control a person's actions. So, what's wrong?
It's not funny.
Oh no, what if my father calls back now? I already promised her that I'd let her talk to him if he did. If this phone rings, it's all over for me. What am I gonna do?
Stop walking, take your phone out, look like you're texting but turn it off, nod in an interesting and fake manner, and then put it back in your pocket. You're welcome.
Thanks for explaining, but just to be safe, I'd like to try and visit the task force headquarters again.
Uh-huh.
Goodbye.
Please, wait a second. It's like I just told you, they won't let you talk to anyone.
Yeah, this doesn't look suspicious at all. Chasing her down the street. You can't speak to headquarters. Trust me, I'll help you. Give me your fucking name! Removing a sin here for this great scene. After we spent the whole episode on edge as to how he would possibly be able to turn this around to work in his favour, and then that final moment where the doom sets into her eyes is brilliantly done.
Well, apparently she's been missing since the day after her fiancé died.
I'm sure that anyone in her situation would be pretty depressed. Was it?
Suicide.
No. The Naomi Misora I knew was strong. Not to mention she was also an excellent FBI agent. If anything, it's more likely she'd be trying to catch Kira.
Assumes that because she was strong in her line of work as a person, that mentally she was strong outside of work in her relationship and home life. Sometimes most people put up some kind of front in their work life, and this front only gets worse the more stressful a line of work it is. In reality, for all they know, she could have been crumbling to pieces as a result of what happened.
It seems like you're pretty skilled with your hands. I bet you're pretty popular with the girls, aren't you?
Sexual innuendo.
Chief? I don't have to tell you how offended I am to learn my family is under suspicion. Having said that, just go ahead with it.
Oh.
And make sure you install them everywhere. I don't want any blind spots in the house, and that includes the bathroom.
Well, this is getting weird. Would be very funny if Elle was saying, no, I don't think the bathroom would be necessary. No, they need to be everywhere. In the toilet bowl, shower head and plug hole, everywhere. And I want my own set of tapes too, for research purposes.
I don't believe it. I never knew he went to such great lengths.
Putting a piece of paper in the door is considered going to great lengths.
I have to find the cameras.
I can't believe my son is looking at those magazines.
Well, they might not be the kind of magazines you'd look at, weirdo, but that's normal.
But didn't that mini LCD TV cost you $400?
Good morning.
Garbage man is a dick and doesn't say good morning back.
So what should I do? Ideally, I would get to know him well enough that he'd admit to me that he was Kira.
Perfect reflection in a cup of coffee.
Student number 162, sit properly in your chair.
Hmm?
Teacher snubbing.
Either he's crazy or he's just toying with us.
Representative.
If the paperwork was blank, then he may as well have simply read it out aloud without awkwardly having to hold it like this.
I want to tell you I'm Al.
What? There's no way. What's he talking about? If he really was L, he'd never admit to it.
Dude, blink. You're creeping me out.
The reason I chose to reveal my identity to you is because I think you could be of some help to us on the Kira investigation.
Throughout this whole conversation, not one person has told them to shut the f*** up and listen to the speech.
What an amazing car.
A limousine?
Well, I'm sure I'll see you on campus.
No, that is far from a limo.
I'm very sorry, sir. We're under orders from L not to discuss the case with anyone, including you.
I'm not asking for details here, just what you're doing and where.
Well, that is basically the whole thing, isn't it, Einstein?
You know, Yagami, it's been 4 months since this case came to the public's attention and they want results. People are saying that the NPA is incompetent, that L is incompetent.
With all due respect, sir, the rest of the department runs away with their tails between their legs and we're incompetent?
He never said he shared that opinion. This could have been the start of an entirely different sentence like, people are saying that the NPA and L are incompetent. So go show him different, Tiger.
In my opinion, he's a lot more capable than we are. Right now, even as we speak, he's risking his life.
Jesus, he really has f***all confidence in his son, doesn't he?
Not to mention, we're so out of the way here, no one's gonna give you a hard time about the way you sit.
I don't sit like this because I want to. I have to sit like this. You see, if I were to sit normally, my deductive skills would immediately be reduced by roughly 40%.
This is a really odd and probably incorrect fact.
If it bleeds, it leads. What I need is a good freaking story, not this crap.
Vento.
Shinigami? なんだ?